Hi Vishnu, hi. Contest is tomorrow only. Straight after the class, I'm going to put the link, okay, on the dashboard. Don't worry. I just forgot to put the link. I'll put the link on the dashboard. You can see the contest on your dashboard tomorrow. You can see it today, and the contest is tomorrow. Okay, Vishnu. Hey Anshul. Hey Yogeshwar. Good evening, Yogeshwar. How are you guys? Everything good and fine? Yes. Is my voice clear and loud? Is it just fine? Yes. Great, great, great. Good evening, Sambad. Good evening, Rahul. How are you guys? I'm not sure in the next class. I think next class should be of shell scripting or Git, I think. Uh, it should be given in your on your dashboard. Just check the dashboard, yeah. I'm not sure how the development classes are scheduled. But please check it on dashboard. It should be on dashboard. Yes, you are going to have a session on Git, Yogeshwar. The second session should be on Git, I think. No, Anshul, it will not affect. If you have already seen the pointers class, it will not affect today's class. Okay, Anshul? Was everything clear in pointers class, Anshul? Great, great, great. Any kind of doubts, guys? Any kind of doubts from previous class? Yes. Any kind of doubts from previous class? No? Yes or no, guys? In the dashboard, it is given on 10th Feb. Uh, Sambit, I'll come to your question. I'll come to your question, Naga. Sambit, so haven't you watched the Pointers first class? Have you watched the recording? No, then Sambit, I would say skip this class, take this time to watch the previous class. Okay? Yes, Sambit? Do not waste this particular time. Use this particular time to actually watch the previous class. Whoever didn't attend the previous class, guys, please. Coming back to your question, Naga, let me just check. Here, according to me, there is a class on 8th of February, and the name of the class is Shell Scripting and Version Control. Naga, just check it once, yeah. Yogeshwar, don't worry. First of all, understand what our point is, okay? When we are going to actually do data structures like linked list and trees now, then you are going to realize the importance of pointers there also. And in other ways, there are very less places where you can use actually where you will be seeing the pointers. Mainly pointers are used in making some kind of data structures, right? So when we are doing linked list or when we are doing trees, you'll see more of pointers, okay? Uh, Christy, I'm not sure what they're going to ask you for the development, but on with my personal, if you want to get my personal advice, then Linux is not compulsory, but Linux is more preferable than Windows. Linux provides you many new things or many things in a simpler way than the Windows, and 99% chances or 100% chances are there that the person who is going to teach you in development classes will be using either Mac OS or he would be using Unix based system, right? Either Linux or either Mac OS. Not as huge, yeah. Mac is just fine. I'm using Mac. No trade-offs. Mac is fine. Yeah. Do not shift to Mac from Mac to Linux, yeah. You have checked it? I just checked it, yeah. Let me just refresh it. Yeah, it is still giving me a class on 8th of February. I'm not sure, yeah. It is still, guys. Can any of you go on your dashboard and see which class is scheduled on 8th of February? Naga, for everyone else, it is shell scripting. I'm not sure why we are not able to see 8th of February. Uh, yeah, for everyone else, it is shell scripting. Just check it again, refresh it multiple times, or after the class, just contact me. Then we are going to start with the Python. Na? Then we are going to start with the Python. Because we are not going to do development in C++ at backend. We are not going to do that. It's quite, it is not suggested. It is not suggested, or C++ doesn't provide you that many things easily. You can do with C++ also, but Python provides you a hell lot of things. We are going to use I'll not say too old. Actually, Python uses C++. Python uses C++. Node.js uses C++. Ruby on Rails uses Node.js, and Node.js indirectly uses C++. So I'm not going to say too old, but it is, it is very much huge thing, and it doesn't do things easily in an easy way. That's why we'll prefer Python. And also in Python, we'll be using a framework called Django. So you'll be informed with all of this stuff. Do not worry about in the introductory dev class. I'm not saying it's too old. That's why we are using C++. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that C++ is too old. That's why we are using Python. No, because we do not have any as such good framework in C++. And the difference between a language and a framework you'll get to know in dev classes. If you know it, then you'll understand. But what framework does is, if you have to write 7 lines of code for C++ now, then a framework would actually give it to you in a single function. It's kind of a library, you can say. Understand this thing? Django is a framework of Python. Django is a framework of Python. So if you have to do some work in 7 lines of code, then you can do that same work in one line of code in Django. So why we are using Django? Because it is helping us to ease out the development of websites. Okay, you will be introduced. Do not worry, you will be introduced in the class of development. Why we are using Python there? Why maybe I'm not sure if he would be explaining why C++ is not used there. But C++ is a very fundamental language. It doesn't provide you things easily. Yes, Yogeshwar, good question. Can I love web development and DSA at the same time? You can definitely. You can definitely. So why we are doing this? Why we are doing this? One reason is that it was promised in the module 1 of this your course structure, right? One reason is this. Second reason is this. Currently, we have seen how C++ is working, right? Now, what we want to do is we want to introduce you with the web development also. Then moving forward, if somebody says, okay, I have a very huge interest in web development, okay, then what that person can do, he can stick to DSA only just to learn DSA and do web development side by side. Okay, sure. But if the person says, no, this is not the right time for me to web development, so what that person can do, he can go deep dive into DSA or might start competitive programming. Understood, Yogeshwar? It's just to give a taste of web development. You should know what is actually happening. You should know every domain. As soon as the classes of web development are done, many streams will be opened. A stream of open source will be opened. Open source can still be done, but it will be opened in a huge way. You'll be knowing the version control system. But if we are familiar with React and all. Christy, then you can just watch the dev classes or you can also skip it. It doesn't matter. Then if you're familiar with React and Node, and if you want to stick that partner, you can definitely skip the dev classes. Or maybe you can just see, okay, if some, good evening, Mahim, or Christy, what you can do, you can just attend the dev classes and see, okay, I know the node and see how Python is working actually, how Django is actually working. And you can then differentiate between those two. Okay, node was doing this stuff like this, Django is doing this stuff like this. What are the differences? Many times, if you are giving an interview, somebody asks, okay, why did you use Node.js, not Django there? Why did you use Java, not Python there? Right, Christy? So maybe with these classes, you can get an idea of both of the frameworks, and it is quite up to you to stick to which framework, right? So it's quite up to you. I'm not forcing you to attend the dev classes. I am suggesting, yeah, guys, if you haven't, if you're done with C++ problems and assignment, and even if you're not done, then also attend the dev classes. You'll get an idea how websites building is happening. Yogeshwar is saying, what would be your percentage of focus for DSA in web dev for someone who wish to have openings to SDE? DSA is must. Yogeshwar, DSA is must, and web dev is like cherry on the cake. Okay, Yogeshwar. DSA is must, but web dev is cherry on the cake because eventually you are going to do web dev only. Naga, next week, na? It will be starting next week. We are teaching Python because you need it in the development. We are taking introductory classes of Python only. We'll not be diving deep into Python. We are taking Python classes so that you can get to understand how Django is working. And Django is a framework. No, I'm not going to take Python. I do not have that much knowledge in Python, so I cannot take it. Ha, you can say that, Mamun. DSA for interview and competitive programming, and web dev for projects and all. But if you're in second and third year, and if you do not know, if you do not know DSA currently, na, go for DSA. If you do not know DSA, because even if you want to have a future in web dev, na, you should know what are data structures and algorithms. Because if you're targeting any big MNC or any company, in the first and the second round, they are going to ask data structures and algorithms. And for a person who actually wants to dive deep into computer science field, na, they should actually know data structures and algorithms. Guys, let's keep this question at the end about the development classes. Okay, let us start with the class. Do not fill my mind with these stuff. And let us put this Q&A at the end. Okay. Yeah. Great. So, any doubts from previous class? First, tell me that thing. Any doubts from previous class? Rahul, it would be by mistake maybe. It will be of 1 hour 30 minutes or approximately 2 hours. It should be by mistake 60 minutes. Guys. Please hold on to your questions or any kind of suggestions. Focus on the topic we are doing. Okay. And at the end, we can have a Q&A session. We always have a Q&A session and then we can talk about everything. You are just filling my mind with these questions and then I might divert from the actual thing which I'm going to teach you, right? Yes. Hold on to your doubts, hold on to your butterflies. At the end of the class, we'll talk about everything you want to clear on, okay? Great. So let us start. So let us quickly. Harshdeep, I am coming to that only. I am going to start with the question. The question in which you already did in the last class, but just to check if you remember everything or not. Okay. What is happening? Just a second, guys. Something is not working. Interesting. Just Just a second, guys. There is some problem with this. So let us start with a question first. So just the question from the last class. Int x equals to 100. What it does, it creates a memory location x and filled 100 into it. And then the address of this, let's say, suppose it is 500, okay? And then we declare a pointer int star ptr, and let us give the address of x to it. Let us give the address of x to it. So we'll be having a memory allocation. Yes, guys. PTR is equals to address of x and 600. I'm not going to fill in the value. You just get it yourself. Then another pointer, PTR2. This is a pointer to pointer. If you remember from previous class, this is a pointer to pointer, and this is address of PTR. So it is PTR2 equals to address of PTR. Let us suppose this memory is located at 700. Now quickly give me the output of these pop. C out of X. Let me just write it first. C out of PTR. C out of PTR2. C out of asterisk PTR of 2. C out of asterisk PTR. C out, let's say, asterisk PTR2 plus 4, and C out PTR plus 4. Okay. First one. Guys, stop. I am going to ask one by one. First statement. Right. Absolutely right. 100. First is 100. Second statement, PTR. Right. Absolutely right. It is 500. What is PTR storing? PTR is storing the address of X. So 500. PTR2. Somebody did a mistake. Harsha. Carefully say it, Harsha. You should not do a mistake. Right, absolutely right. 600. Next, asterisk PTR2. Carefully. Asterisk PTR2. No, Sarath, wrong. Yes, most of you are. No, Harshita, wrong. No, Akif, wrong. Yes, Akif, right now. No, Naga, wrong. Just write. No, Sarah, wrong. Just write this particular statement in your notebook and just try to identify it as we did day before yesterday. Yes, Karthik, right. Gurleen, wrong. Christy, right. Sarah, right. Ayush, wrong. Many of you are wrong here. Many of you. Think about it, see it carefully, and then just quickly tell Ayush, okay, Yogeshwar, right. Harshita, right. Shreyesh, right. Vishnu right. Sarath still wrong. Anshul right. Tanvi right. Okay. Asterisk of PTR2. Asterisk of PTR2. First of all, what is the value of PTR2, guys? Right, Gurleen? Wrong, Jai Vignesh. What is the value of PTR2? We just printed it. 600 is the value of PTR2. Asterisk of 600. Asterisk of 600. What is the value stored at 600? What is the value stored at location 600, guys? 500. Yes, now you are right. See it carefully. Do not get these things wrong, yeah. Otherwise, things would become very difficult for you. Asterisk PTR. Hmm. Yeah. This is given right by everyone. This one. Right, Tanvi? Right, Christy? Right, Mahip? Right, Yogeshwar? Right, Roshan? Right, Vishnu? Right, Karthik? Right, Sarath? Very good, very good, very nice. Asterisk, asterisk, PTR2. So PTR2, asterisk, we go this position, then again asterisk, we reach to this location. So what is stored at location 500? It is 100. So 100 plus 4 is 104. PTR plus 4. Roshan wrong. Christy wrong. Karthik right. Tanvi wrong. Just a second. Tanvi wrong. Sara wrong. Christy right. Gurleen right. Tanvi right. Mamoon wrong. Think about it again, guys. Yogeshwar, you're quite far away, yaar. You're quite far away. Mahip right. Anshul wrong. Harsha right. Yogeshwar again. A bit wrong, Yogeshwar again. Uh, Jaya Vignesh wrong. Sara wrong. Vishnu right. Shresh right. Naga wrong. Akif right. Ayush right. Okay, guys, let us see. PTR. First of all, PTR plus 4. What is the value of PTR? No, what is the value of PTR? What is the value stored in PTR, Yogeshwar? I'm not asking about the address of PTR. I am asking about the value stored in PTR. So it is 500, right? But it is a pointer. But it is a pointer. And as we studied yesterday, pointer arithmetic acts in a very different way. Pointer arithmetic acts in a very different way. So 500 plus 4 would not result to 504. No. This 4 means take 4 jumps. Take 4 jumps of 4 bytes each. Why 4 bytes? Because it is an integer. The address it is referring to, the address it is pointing to, the memory location it is pointing to is storing an integer. You remember, guys? So the answer should be 516. 500 plus this 4 into 4. If you remember. Yes, guys. Anybody has any doubt in these outputs? Anybody has any doubt in these outputs? Any single person who has doubt in these outputs? No? Shall we quickly move forward? Anybody who has any doubt in these outputs? If no, we need to move forward. Great. So next, and let us take another question. Int a equals to 10, let's say. Then int b equals to 20, let's say. Okay. I'm going to tell you the address of these. So A's address is 500 and let's say B's address is 600. Okay. And now I have a pointer int asterisk ptr equals to address of A. Well, let us just take this. Int asterisk q equal to address of B. Okay. Now quickly tell me, just write all the values. Cout P, Cout Q, Cout A, and Cout B. Fast, quickly write the values in a single row. Right. Absolutely right. So it will print 500 because P is referring to A. Q is referring to B 600, A is actually 10 and B is actually 20. Okay, is this clear? Anybody any doubt? There should not be any doubt. Now what I want, now I am doing P equals to Q, and then I am doing asterisk of P equals to asterisk of Q plus 10. Now I want the same outputs. What will be the output now? Or let us just take it's 25 here. It will be better. Now I want the output of P, Q, A and B. First of all P guys. What is P now? What is the value of P now? First of all P. Right Mahip. Wrong Anshul. Right Sarah. Right Yogesho. Right Naga. No. What is the value of P? See it carefully guys. Right Ayush. Right Gurleen. Right Vishnu. Right Subodh. Right Tanvi. So now what happens with this equality, what happens? P actually gets the address stored by Q. P actually gets the address. So let us say this was my P, it was actually storing 500. And this was my Q, it was actually storing 600. Okay, so now what happened? P equals to Q. So what happened? P is actually storing the 600 now. Is it fine? What's the value of Q? What's the value of Q? 600. What's the value of A? What's the value of A? A was 10 and B was 20. Now what's the value of A? Right Harsha? Wrong Vishnu? Wrong Karthik? Wrong Shrest? Right Tanvi? Right Christy? Wrong Rahul? Right Mahip? Wrong Harshita? Right Shrest? Wrong Akif? Anybody? Just take one more minute. Right Yogesho? Wrong Jaya Vignesh? Right Mamoon? Right Roshan? Right Rahul? Wrong Anshul? No Saran? Wrong. No Harshita? Wrong. So okay, stop your answers. Many of you are saying 45 and many of you are saying 20 and many of you are saying 10. Okay. Karthik, this is far away. 500 cannot be the answer. 500 is the memory address. A is an integer, right? Yes, great. So what is happening? P is storing 600 now. Q is storing 600 now, right? Now the statement says asterisk P is equals to asterisk Q plus 25. Okay, tell me the value of asterisk Q. Tell me the value of star Q. Right? Absolutely right. No, Harsha, no. Why 45 yaar? Asterisk Q. Q is 600. We go to 600 and then we check the value. It is 20. Isn't it, guys? What happens? Q was 600 and we want asterisk of it. So we move to that location and we check the value. It is 20. Isn't it? Anybody has any problem with it? When we updated it, A is 10, B is 20. These are the answers provided by you. A is 10, B is 20. P was initially storing the address of A, Q was initially storing the address of B. Now I am saying P store whatever Q stored. So Q actually stored 600, so P would start storing 600. Right, guys? Now I am saying asterisk Q plus 25. What is the value of asterisk Q? What is the value of Q? 600. Then we apply the dereferencing operator. We go to this reference and dereference it. So what is the value? 20 here, So what is the value of asterisk P? 20 plus 25, which is what? 45, which is what? 45. Yes, guys. And where will this 45 would be stored? Where will this 45 would be stored? Asterisk P. P is what? 600. So now my 45 will be stored in B only. Now A will not be updated. No, Jaya Vignesh, why? See the content of P. See the content of P. Content of P is 600. Content of P is 600. Yes, it is tricky. Now it will be stored in B only, not A. A will remain same, exactly same. I changed the reference. I changed the pointing where the P was pointing. I started pointing P to actually B now. Got it, guys? Exactly, Harsha, right. Both of these, P is also pointing to B, Q is also pointing to B now. Initially, at the start, both were, P was pointing to A and Q was pointing to B. A is an integer. A still remains 10, but nothing is pointing to A. A still remains 10. Nothing is pointing to A. If you want to change A, you just need to do A is equals to A plus 10 or A equals to B plus 10. Yes? Interesting question. Got puzzled? So this is the way you have to go step by step. Okay, you have to draw this diagram or just keep in memory, okay, which variable P is pointing, to which variable Q is pointing. Okay, then find the value of that particular variable if asterisk is used. Are pointers clear? Is previous class clear to everyone? Any doubt now? Any doubt still remaining with you? You remember everything from last class now? Is last class refreshed? Yes, Harsha, yes. Harsha is asking, sir, one pointer can point to. No. One pointer cannot point to two variables. How can one pointer point to two variables? Two pointers, this is a pointer and this is a pointer. They both can point to a single variable, right? But one pointer cannot point to two different memory locations. It cannot, Harsha. How can it? Just try to understand. How can it? Is this even logically possible? What is pointer doing? What is pointer doing? Pointer is storing the address, right? Pointer is storing the address. Can a single pointer store address of two locations? Yes. Right. Yes, everybody crystal clear. Anybody has any doubt? Now, can you solve these tricky questions? Great. You will find you're going to find a tricky question tomorrow in the contest. It will be an MCQ. See it carefully, analyze it carefully. Akif, this would be enough. I have to move more into the topic. You will get one tricky question or two tricky question of pointers tomorrow in the contest. So you can try those and then you can see if your answer is right or not. Yogeshwar, just after the class, I will be putting it. What do you want? Do you want the contest to start from 8 or 9? It's your choice. You can. I can just take the time as you want. Okay, what we can do at the end of the class, we can have a poll on the timings of the contest. Okay, if somebody wants to change on in the evening only, then nobody is going to wake up at 8 in the morning. I am not going to. I don't know about others. Okay, so we are going to have a poll at the end. We are going to have a poll at the end. Majority wins. That's it. Okay. Arey yaar Yogeshwar, if you want to do something, it is Sunday, I know, but if you want to do something, you have to give up your Sunday also. I just want your 2 hours. I do not want your whole Sunday, okay? And it is up to you. If you do not want to give the contest, you can later on attend. It's fine. Okay, then let us move forward. Let us move forward. So guys, do you remember a discussion of pointers from arrays class? How many of you remember a discussion of pointers from arrays class? Yes? Gurleen asked, I remember Gurleen asked me a question. Sir, why indexes start from 0? Why indexes start from 0? And then we had a lot of discussion about array, right? Exactly. Now today actually you are going to understand what was happening at that particular time. So let's say we have an array, int array of let's say 5. Okay. So how this particular thing is represented in memory? So what is happening? There is this contiguous memory allocation, right? There is this contiguous memory allocation of 5 memories. Okay. And yes, and in every memory, an integer is stored. An integer is stored. Integer, integer, integer. So that is why we call it array of integers. Array of integers. Because we have 5 memory locations, 5 different memory locations, and at every memory, integer is stored. This is going to be handy when I am discussing 2D. So remember this, array of integers. Okay. Now what is happening inside it? It is divided into bytes, 1 byte. 4 bytes, 1 byte, right? Size of integer is 4 bytes and the shortest memory we have is 1 byte. Yes guys? Give me some thumbs up. Great. So similarly 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay. Now let us store some values here. So 20 would be stored here, let's say 16 here, 8 here, 12 here, or 4 here. Okay. So this is how it's stored. Now I am assuming the very first location, the very first memory of 1 byte has an address of 400. So what will be the address of next byte? What will be the address of next byte? Right, 401, similarly 402, similarly 403. And now this will be 404. Right? Absolutely right. Now, why we needed, let's just go back to the need of arrays. Why we needed the arrays? We needed arrays because we wanted to store multiple same type of data. Yes, we wanted to store multiple same type of data, and then we discussed ki, okay, we can store it in different variables, int x, int y, int z, a, b, c, d, right? We can have many different variables and store the data, and then we eventually got to the need of arrays. That okay, array is something which is contiguous memory and it stores the data of same type. Absolutely right, no doubt in this. Yes, but what we wanted that we do not want different names, that we do not want different names. We want a single name and we should be able to access anything. We want a single name and we should be able to access anything. Okay, so what should my computer do? What should my computer do? Should my computer store every address, every starting address? It will be 408, it will be 412, it will be 416. What should my computer do? Or what should my compiler do? Should it store every address somewhere? Or can we do something better? To access a particular location, there are 5 locations. Okay, there are 5 memory locations allocated to us. But what can we do to simplify our procedure? Should we store every memory address to actually get to the value? Yes. Yes, guys, what do you think? Give me some outputs. Should we store 400, 404, 408, 412, 416? If you are creator of C++, what do you going to do? So can you find this 404, 408, 412 using this 400 only? Can you find all the remaining address? Let's say there is a street of houses. And somebody says, okay, go and distribute the sweets. Go and distribute the chocolates. Start from this particular house. Do you need to exactly remember the address of every house? You can just start from one house and then keep on distributing the chocolates one by one sequentially. Yes, guys? Clear the logic. So C++ does the same thing. C++ does the same thing. What C++ does? C++ say this ARR is actually a pointer. This ARR is actually a pointer. This whole thing is an integer array. This whole thing is an integer array. But this ARR, if you go and do this now, cout ARR, if you go and do this cout ARR, I also showed you, it will print some hexadecimal value, right? Or in this case, what should it print? Or in this particular case, what should it print? What should it print? What do you think? Right. If you go and do this now, it will print 400. If you go and do this, it will actually print 400. The reason behind this is this ARR is a pointer and it's point to its base location. It points to its base location. It actually points to this particular thing. And as we discussed in yesterday class, we do not need to store 401, 402 and 403. We just need to store the address of first byte. So what is ARR is storing? ARR is actually pointing to this 400. And as soon as I get the ARR, can I get the access to next memory location? If yes, how can I? How can I get the access to this memory location, guys? I want the access to this particular memory location. Tell me, right Ayush, right? Yogeshwar, use the right name which I am using. Right Tanvi? Guys, if ARR is pointing to this, okay, ARR, you can say ARR is something like this, int star. It is an integer pointer. Integer is stored, na? Yes. Right Akif, right Mahip. Right Ashdip. You should know, you do not need to get the address operator. Ashdip, you do not need to use address. So this ARR is actually giving you 400. Okay. And since ARR is an integer array, what will happen if I do this? ARR plus 1. It will actually start referring to this memory location. Isn't it? Yes, guys. It will start printing 404. Yes. Now what I can do, can I access any memory location using this? And changing the value of I? Can I go to any memory location? I have the address. Can I go to any memory location? Do I have the address of any memory location? If I have the address of the base particular thing? Yes. Now how to get the value? Okay, I got the address. How to get the value at that particular location? How to get the value at that particular location? Address मिला है मेरे को अभी तक. I just got the address. Right, Harsha? Right, Ayush? Absolutely right, guys. Absolutely. So this is asterisk. Cout asterisk of I. This will actually give me value at ith position in array ARR. Okay. So you can say that ARR of I is just similar to, or you can say equal to, is this particular thing clear to everyone? Is this particular thing clear to everyone? Anybody has any doubt in this particular thing? So you see how things are getting optimized. We do not need to actually store the location of every position of array. We do not need to store the location of every variable. We do not need to take 10 variables. We just need a pointer ARR. It will store the base address. It will store the base address, and using that base address, you can calculate the address of any particular location of that array. If anybody has any doubt in this thing, just let me know. Now tell me, what is address of, if you want to calculate address of ARRI, can you calculate it by doing this? Base address plus I into size of data type. Yes, guys, is this formula clear? And if you want to actually calculate the value of ARRI, can you just do it by asterisk address of ARRI? Yes? Any doubts in this? No? Great. Now let us, since we are doing questions only, let us quickly do some outputs question, okay? Then I'll get to know that, okay, you understood it completely. So let me take an array. Okay, any of you 6 people give me your birth dates. Let us put birth dates here. Okay, Ayush, let's say 30, 12, let's say 6. Somebody is saying 1, somebody is saying 31, and somebody is saying 26. Okay, great. So we have filled the array. Now I want you to give me output of these particular thing. Cout ARR. I'll come to it one by one. Do not worry, I'll come to it one by one. Just do not print anything in the chat. Asterisk of ARR plus 10. Okay, let me just give you the base location. The very first byte has an address of 400. The very first byte has an address of 400. Okay, start. First, ARR. Akif. No, Akif. What are you actually telling, yaar? Akif, see it carefully. Okay, everybody is right. Akif, I want you to get to the value. ARR's value. What is ARR, Akif? Yes, absolutely right. So value of ARR is 400. ARR plus 3. Please guys get it right. Please. Right, Vishnu, right, then we write. Right, Ayush, right, Shwest. Right, Anshul. Subodh. No. Check it again, Subodh. Check it again, Subodh. Yes, others are absolutely right. Subodh, I want you to focus and just see it carefully. Yeah. Just see it carefully. What is ARR? And then what is plus 3 means to ARR? Subodh, what is ARR? Is it a pointer as I told you? Yes. Since it is a pointer, this plus actually means take jumps. This plus actually means take jumps of 3. So it will actually go to 400 plus 3 into 4 equal to 412. Yes, Subodh? Next value. Asterisk ARR plus 10, guys. Right. Very good, guys. Very good. So asterisk ARR is actually 30 because ARR is 400 and asterisk, we go to this and we store, okay, there is an integer here. What is the value of integer? 30. So 30 plus 10 is 40. Next value, guys. You're quite fast, guys. You're quite fast. Yes. ARR plus 2. ARR plus 2 is 400 plus 2 into 4, which is 408. We'll go to 408. This is 408. And this 408 actually represents this whole thing. So it is 6. Last value, guys. Shwest, maybe a bit of calculation mistake, I think. Right. Christine, again, a bit of calculation mistake. Wrong, Akif. Akif, see it carefully. Harshita, wrong. Shwest, right. Roshan, right. Mamoon, wrong. See it carefully, Mamoon. This can never be the answer, guys. This can never be the answer. Shouldn't it be multiple of 4 only? Like 400 plus, Haha, exactly. I put these brackets to confuse you guys, nothing else. So this is actually array plus 5. So what is ARR plus 5? 400 plus 4 into 5, which is equals to 420, or 5 into 4 if you want to say. This 4 is the size of integer. This 4 is the size of integer. Yes, Mamoon? Right? Anybody has any problem with this thing? Anybody has any problem with this thing? Can we move forward? Now it's pakka clear? Pakka clear? Great, yeah, great. So, okay, now let us one thing. Okay, Karthik is asking, sir, what happens in this case? So tell me guys, what happens in this case? "26, absolutely right. 26, absolutely right. Was this the thing? Karthik, are you asking this or this? Asterisk here. Right. What is asterisk here, guys? If asterisk is here, tell me this. Right. Then it is 9. Then it is 9. Absolutely right. If asterisk is here, then array plus 2. So it will actually get me 6, and then plus 3, then it will be 9. Yes, it is quite easy. You are going to get, this stuff is going to going very hard when we are going to discuss 2D arrays. It's going to be very difficult, I'm warning you. If you understand this clearly, then it's not, but it can get quite hard. Okay, so let us move next. So what do we have next? Let us discuss something which Yogeshwar also asked in the starting of the class. Let us say we have a function, let's say void func. Okay, previously how we used to pass the array, how we used to define the array in this parameter when we were defining function. Previously, how we used to do it? Let's say this parameter is an array. This parameter is an array. Absolutely right. What we are going to do? Int name, and we were doing this. We can provide size here or not. It's our choice. You remember this? Yes, guys, you remember this? Now, what was actually happening when you call this function name? So it was going to this particular position. Okay. And now can you think of why actually size was not needed? Even it was even working without the size. Now can you guys think of it why even it was working without the size? Because it is actually a pointer only. It is actually the base address only. It doesn't care about the size. It actually doesn't care about the size. You should care about the size because you should not get into segmentation fault. You should not access any type of memory location which is not valid, right? But this array doesn't care about its size. It doesn't care about its size. So there is another way of doing this. There is another way of doing this. What you can do? What you can do? You can just write int asterisk ptr. Int asterisk ptr. Okay, and then even then, if you do this now, PTR of let's say 3, even then it is going to work fine. Even then it is going to work fine. Because this is only the pointer now. So you can take this particular value inside a pointer. You can take this particular value inside a pointer only. You can take the address. And it is going to exactly work fine. Why? Because C++ is going to reduce this value into PTR plus 3 asterisk. Yes, C++ is actually going to reduce this value into this. This is what actually C++ does at the back end when these type of things are written. Exactly. PTR will store the base address. Using base address, you can access any type of location. Is this clear? And now guys, I told you one thing to assume. That arrays are always pass by reference. Arrays are always pass by reference. Now, is this clear to some of you why I said this thing? Arrays are always pass by reference. Can you relate it to this particular thing? Yes. Can you relate it to this particular thing? Because we are directly dealing with memory locations. We are directly dealing with memory location. We are dealing with the same memory location. Name's base address was 400 and PTR stores 400 only. So we are dealing with the same memory location. If we change anything, change will be reflected here. We are not generating copies now, right? We are not generating any copies, isn't it, guys? We are dealing with the same memory location which we have. We are not taking another array and copying the stuff into it. We're actually passing the exact same address. We are actually passing the exact same address, isn't it? Now you get the reason why arrays are always passed by reference. That is why many times I ask you to assume, if I ask you to assume something, just assume it. Why? Because at the later end, I'm actually going to bring out what's the reason behind it. But at the right moment, I do not want your mind to be clustered with something which you do not know, right? Is it fine, guys? Shall we move further? Any doubt until now? Any kind of doubt until now? Now things are going to be a little bit tricky. Yes, sir. Yes, Sarah. Yes. It will still be name. It will still be name. You do not need to pass anything. It will still be name. Now, as you pointed out, let us discuss one more thing before moving to 2D arrays. So what we have, we also discussed the pass by reference. Actually, how to make things pass by reference, right? What we did, swap. Let's say there was the swap function, and we did int x and int y. Yes, we did this, and in this swap function we actually passed the x and y values. We did this, you remember, to make things stick to their actual memory locations. Do not to disallow the formation of copies, to disallow the formation of new variables. If you remember, this was passed by reference. This thing was passed by reference. Yes. Okay, what this actually did, what we did here is, these are called reference variable. These are called reference variable. As we discussed, guys, int star x and asterisk star x. These two stars have different meanings, right? No, Yogeshwar. We did not pass address. We did not pass address. I am going to correct myself from that day. These two, just tell me this thing. These two stars have different values, different meanings. Yes. In the same way, using this address operator in the declaration and using it here have different kind of meanings. Using it here have different kind of meanings. Okay, so what happens? Let us write it in a full way. Let's say there is main. There is int a equals to 5 and int b equals to 10. Okay, so this is a, it stores 5. This is b, it stores 10. And then we do swap. A comma b, right? We do this thing, and we have this address, or we have this AND operator here. Okay, now what this actually means, we call this x and this y as reference operators. No, we will not be passing the address. This particular AND actually tells what we are passing. We are passing normal a and b now. We are only passing normal a and b. A is an integer, b is an integer. Aren't we passing normal integers? Yes. Are we passing address? Tell me, guys, with whatever knowledge you have, what do you think? Are we passing address here? What do you think? No, na? We are not passing address actually. We are not passing address actually. We are passing normal integers. So what this AND operator say when it is written inside a declaration, it says this X is going to be a reference variable. This X is going to be a reference variable. What does it mean? Do not create or do not allocate new memory. Do not allocate new memory. Yogeshwar, I am coming to it. Do not allocate new memory. This AND say just use the same memory as A and B. Just use the same memory and just do this. X to this and Y to this. Do not create new memories for X and Y. This address operator, this AND operator, here it is saying, do not create any new memory. Use the same memory which we have passed. Now you understand it? Yes, guys? Ayush, I am saying A and B has this. A and B has this. Okay. A was owner of this memory. B was owner of this memory. Okay. Let's assume we haven't done this. I'm telling the whole scenario, what is happening. Let's assume we haven't tried the AND operator. Okay. In that case, what would happen? This is kind of declaration, Ayush. Yes. This is kind of declaration. This is a normal declaration. If this is a normal declaration, what would you do? You would create new memories and name it X and name it Y. If this is a normal declaration, you would do this. You would create new memories, you would allocate new memories, and you would take the value of A, 5 and 10. This is what happens, guys, if the normal declaration is going on. Yes? Anybody has any doubt in this? What is actually happening? We are creating copies. We are creating new memories. Yes, guys. Anybody has any doubt until now? Give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Great. Now what we did, we introduced something new. We wrote this operator here. Okay, Yogeshwar. What I am saying is, if it was like this, Yogeshwar, if it was like this, what we actually did, let me just do it again. What we did, we have A and B, we have two memory locations. Let's say 500 and 600 were their address. Okay, Yogeshwar, अभी तक fine है, भूल जाओ function को. Just forget the function. Right? Now we are calling this function and we are passing A and B. Okay. Now inside this A and B, we are declaring two variables, int X and int Y. We are declaring two variables, int X and int Y. What happens in a normal declaration? What happens in a normal declaration, Yogeshwar? Memory allocation happens. Just forget copies. What happens in a normal declaration of two variables? Two memories are allocated. Yes. So two different memories are allocated. One for X, one for Y. Let us say the address is 700 and 800. And what we are passing from here? A. What we are passing from here? A. A to X. So 5 will be here. B to Y. So 10 will be here. This is what happened in the normal way. Yes. Yes, I am coming to a question, Ayush. I am coming to a question. Now what I am saying, let us put this AND operator here. Let us put this AND operator here. Now what it is saying, these are reference variable. Do not actually create new memories. Do not actually create new memories. A was the owner of this memory. Make X also the owner of the same memory. Make Y also the owner of the same memory. This is what we are saying. Go and try to look the address of X. Go and try to look what's the address of X and make X the owner of that memory only. So now A and X are both the owner of same memory. No new memory allocation is happening. Is it fine, guys? Is it fine? No. Address X is not storing the address, guys. And X is not storing the address. This address has a very different meaning. Just like this star and this star. Star in declaration has a different meaning, and this star X is a different meaning. Right? In the same way, this address operator is saying these are reference variable. These are reference variable. Do not allocate. It is warning C++. Do not allocate new memory allocations, but which you actually do. Okay. Do not allocate new memory. This is only telling this. It is not storing the address. It is not storing the address. It is only telling do not allocate new memory allocation. Use the same memory as these variables. Try to extract the address somehow. C++ is doing somehow. C++ is extracting the address somehow. We do not know how. C++ is getting the address of A and B, and C++ is giving the ownership of this particular value to X and Y also. Now this particular memory can also be called X and Y. Now if you do X equals to 9, it will be reflected here. It will be reflected here. But in the previous case, if we do this, the changes will here, not in this A. Not in this A. Understood what actually happened? In the previous case, if we do this, changes will be done in this memory location. But since we have done this, changes will be done in the same memory location now. Because X and A are the owner of the same memory location. Yes? No, Yogeshwar, you cannot access X here. You can only access X here. In its scope only, in the function scope only. You cannot access X here. Okay, now somebody asked for the variable that you pass. You cannot also access A here. You cannot access A here. A is here. You can access the same memory location using X here. But you cannot write it like this, cout A. No. This function doesn't know anything about A. This function doesn't know anything about A. Scope is still restricted. Okay, so somebody said a very, very important thing. Sir, so why we do not do it every time? It will spaces the memory. Why don't we do it every time? It will spaces the memory. What do you think, guys? What can be the answer to this particular question? What do you think, guys? Somebody asked a very good question. Sir, why we do not make it the default behavior? Right. Right, Akif. The reason is, it's quite possible. I do not want to change the value of A and B. I don't want to have any effect in A and B. I just want the data here. But I do not want to change anything inside A and B. But swap actually needs it. Swap actually wants to make changes in these memory locations. That's why we used in swap. Understood, guys? Yes? Is this thing clear? Why we always not do it? And many times, let me tell you a very interesting story. Let me quickly tell you a very interesting story. You know what happened? Let me tell you one thing. You know what happened? There was this some function fun, okay, and there was this string X and there was this string S1. There were two strings, okay, and somebody was calling the function. And it was giving TLE again and again. His code is absolutely right here and here. Uska code bilkul sahi tha. And this happened in the interview of DirectI, in the interview of media.net. This happened in the interview of media. Somebody asked this question in this particular interview. Uska code, वैसे logic wise, time limit wise, the code was absolutely perfect, but it was still giving time limit exceeded. Can you tell me why? Can you think of why? Two strings were passed from here. Let's say A and B are two strings. Two strings were passed from here. No. Can you guys think of why this is a person? He was so smart, guys. He was so smart, but he missed this particular thing. And this particular thing is related to what we discussed only. Do not go into infinite condition or anything. Kind of. You know what was happening? This A has a memory. ये A जो एक string थी, ये बहुत लंबी string थी. Let's say 10⁵ length. The length of the string was 10⁵. And this B was another string. with 10 raised to power 5 length again. Okay, with 10 raised to power 5 length again. Now what the person was doing, the person was actually creating new memory locations. तो उसने क्या किया, S के लिए new memory location, S1 के लिए new memory location. Now what will happen, whole data will be copied here, whole data will be copied here, right? So how much time will be done? 10 raised to power 5 and 10 raised to power 5. This much time will be required. Not even memory, there is a loss of time also in copying the stuff. मेमोरी का नुकसान नहीं है गाइस, टाइम का भी नुकसान है. क्यों, मुझे कॉपी करने में भी तो टाइम लगेगा ना. इंटीजर को कॉपी करना इज वेरी इजी, इट्स वेरी इजी टू कॉपी इंटीजर, बट इफ आई एम कॉपिंग द स्ट्रिंग आई हैव टू कॉपी वन बाय वन, आई हैव टू कॉपी कैरेक्टर बाय कैरेक्टर. Okay, and this function was called in recursion. This function, assume it, this function was called many times, huge times. The operation done here was only O of 1. यहाँ पे जो ऑपरेशन हो रहा था वो बहुत छोटा टाइम ले रहा था. It was done in O of 1, but this operation was taking actually O of n, and the problem was required to do in O of 1. And this cost a person, this thing cost a person his job in direct time. So at that particular time, he actually needed to do this. He actually needed to do this. Do you understand how a single thing can cost you so much? And you cannot think of this when you are sitting in the interview. Now you cannot think of this thing. Even in your dreams, you cannot think, यार ये तो मैं सोच ही नहीं सकता था. I cannot think. Like, इंटरव्यू में बैठे हुए ये चीज सोचना इज वेरी 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 डिफिकल्ट. सो दीज माइन्यूट थिंग्स कैन मेक ह्यूज डिफरेंसेस. ओके, ग्रेट. नाउ सिंस वी आर डिस्कसिंग, guys, it's quite possible that I would not be able to cover structures in today's class, but I want to give you as much information as I can, so that's why I'm taking a bit long. Is it fine now? We will cover structures later on if we can today we'll cover, but I just wanted to let you know some things. Okay, I just want to let you know you should not do these mistakes. Now one more thing, somebody said, okay sir, there is one more way to do this stuff. There is one more way to pass by reference. One guy actually identified, sir, using pointers. We were not using pointers here, but we were passed by reference. Okay, but we were using pass by reference. Can we use pointers to actually just do the same thing? Yes, we can. How? Let us write the swap function again. And here we need two integers, right? Here we need two integers, int a, int b. Okay, now this function is called here. Some x and y values are present. Now what I want there should be no copy, there should be no generation of copy. Same memory location should be used. Same memory locations should be used. I want this. So one way of doing this is using the AND operator. The other way of doing this is rather than passing x and y, let us pass address. Okay, rather than passing x and y, let us pass address. Yes, can we do this thing? And then what we need to write here? Quickly tell me. If we are passing address, the address should be taken into a pointer. Address can only be stored into a pointer. Yes, so we should be actually doing int star a, int star b. Now what we are doing, now if I change anything, I can change it like this: asterisk of a equals to 5, or asterisk of a equals to asterisk of b plus 10. Yes, I can do this now. And what will be happening? We will be actually changing the same memory location. Isn't it, guys? So we can also do this pass by reference. By this particular method. Anybody who doesn't understand this particular thing, then we shall move forward. If this particular thing is clear to everyone, anybody who doesn't understand, write it in chat, guys. Thumbs up, and I do not understand thumbs up and thumbs down. Write it in the chat where you didn't understand, what you didn't understand. Come forward, do not shy away. Got it? Everyone got it? Shall I move forward? Okay. Pass by reference, call by reference, same thing. It's just the use of name. See, what is happening? We are passing by reference, or we are calling the function by reference. It's just the same thing. Now let us come to 2D pointers and arrays. Let us come to 2D pointer and arrays. Okay, this is quite interesting. This is very much interesting. Now, int arr, let us take an array of 3, 4. Okay. So let me just create a memory. So first of all, can I say that this is an array of 3 size? This is an array of 3 size. Can I say this thing? That this particular thing is an array of 3 size. And inside every memory location, what would it contain? And inside every memory location, what would it contain? Absolutely right, guys. This is an array of 3 memory location. Array of 3 memory location. And inside every memory location, there will be an array only. There will be an array only. Can I say this thing? Why? Array of arrays. I asked you to remember something. Array of integers. Array of arrays. Array of integers and array of arrays. Can you relate this thing? Yet only there are 3. That array is still same. That array is still same. But rather than putting integer inside, I am putting an array inside. I am putting an array inside. And inside this array, there will be other arrays. There will be arrays which is of 4 size. Which is size 4. That is 16 bytes. Yes, guys, that is 16 bytes. 16 bytes की होगी every memory location. What would be the size of every memory location? What will be the size of every memory location, guys? Will it be 16 bytes or 4 bytes? I thought somebody would say this. See what is happening. This has 4 array hai na ye. It is again an array of 4 integers. This particular thing, this whole thing is an array of arrays, and this particular thing is an array of integers. Array of 4 integers. So 4 integer means 16 bytes. 1 integer is 4 bytes. 4 integer is 16 bytes. So there will be 16 spaces like this continuously. 16 spaces. 16 spaces. 16 spaces. Is this particular thing clear, guys? Is this particular thing clear? Now let us see, let us say this first byte has an address of 400. This first byte has an address of 400. Okay. So what will be the address of this last byte? In this first. No. It is still inside it, yeah. It is still inside it. Exactly. It will be 415. And this particular value will be 416. Okay. Right? Now tell me, can you guess what would happen when I write this? Let us start guessing game. Start guessing. Can you tell me the output of this particular thing? Right, Yogeshu? Right, Tanvi? No, Roshan? It will actually print that only, but it will actually not logically print it. Okay, Roshan? It will actually print that only, but logically no. Okay. Before moving forward, right, Mamoon. Rahul has a question. Sir, here row is 3. So how is it horizontally expanding up to 3? Rahul, see, memory is only in one dimension. Memory is not two dimension. Our computer's memory is only one dimension only, right? It is our representation. We represent this like this, right? Yes, Rahul. But our memory is one dimension only. So what I am doing, I am picking this particular thing and putting it here. Then I am picking this particular thing. Let's say this is green. Let's say this is green. So this particular thing is green. Let's say this particular thing is blue. This particular thing is blue. And let's say this particular thing is red. So this particular thing is red. Is it clear now, Rahul? Yes? Great. Now see out ARR. Tell me the value of see out ARR. Who haven't told me yet? Tell me the value of ARR. It will actually print 400. It will actually print 400. Now the big question. Tell me the value of this thing. This is important now. 400 was easy. Tell me this. Right Akif, right Ayush, right Tanvir, right Harsha, right Shwest. No Harshita. Harshita, you are way wrong. मतलब 401 तो कभी भी possible नहीं होगा. This is a pointer. This is storing an address. This is storing an address. Acha, most of you said 416. Why not 404? Yes, somebody said it. Thank you, Ishwar. I just wanted this particular answer. Nobody said it until now. But somebody finally said it 404. Right, Ayush. This particular thing, this ARR is array of arrays. Previously, it was array of integers. So ARR actually was storing this particular address, and it was storing integer. We did not care what it is actually storing. We just need this address. Okay. Now it is array of arrays. But this is still array na. Array of arrays. I do not care about arrays. But this is still array of 3 memory location. And every memory location, inside every memory location, there is another array. But I do not care about it. What is inside this location? I just care what is the size of this memory location. The size is 16 bytes. So now this one jump will be of 16 byte. I don't care what is inside array. Is it integer? Is it float? Is it long? I don't care. I only care when I am calculating size. Okay, so 404 would not actually happen. 416 will be actually printed when I do array plus 1. I will come to 404 also. How can we print 404? I will be discussing 2 different ways. Okay. पहले ये बताओ, ये 416 clear है सबको? Anybody has any doubt in this 416? No? Great. So tell me what this thing will actually represent. What this thing will be actually representing me. What this thing will be representing me. ये क्या represent कर रहा होगा? Kind of. Exactly. Right, Vishnu. Can I say this will be actually giving me pointer to ith row? Can I say this thing? Or the address of ith row? You can also say address of ith row. Yes. Can I say this thing? Absolutely clear. Now things become interesting. Let us come. Okay. If you are so intelligent, tell me this now. अब क्या print होगा? I do not want the value. Just tell me अब क्या print होना चाहिए? Okay, somebody saying I am writing the answers. Value at that place. अच्छा, value क्या है? Value of ith row. Value ith row की क्या value है? Right. Vishnu is saying ith row first address. Ith row first address. Rahul is saying value of element, value of first element at ith row. Okay. These are the multiple. These are the multiple answers. One answer is value at that place. This is very vague. I do not get anything out of it. Value of ith row. What ith row represent what? Again vague. Somebody says ith row's first address. Okay, I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Somebody says value of first element of ith row. Now these are two different things. ये समझ में आ रहा है? These particular answer are two different answers. ये समझ में आ रहा है? एक बंदा कह रहा है, one person is saying, sir, it will give me the base address of ith row. One person is saying it will give me base address of ith row. Okay. The second person is saying it will it will not give me address. It will give me value at the very first element of the ith row. It is saying one person is saying it will give me address. It will give me base address of ith row. It is saying no. Somebody is saying it will give me the first value of ith row. Now you have two options. I am getting a poll into it. Let me try to understand how many of you actually saying ki ha. Option 1 and option 2. Okay. Option 1 is just write option 1 and option 2 यार छोड़ो यार पोल को. Option 1 and option 2. Option 1 is it will give an address of first, and option 2 is it will give me value of first row, value of that row. Okay. Okay, many of you are with option 2 that it will actually give me value. Okay. Vishnu is with one option 1. Okay. I'm again repeating, option 1 is that it will give me base address of ith row, and option 2 is it will give me first value present at the very first element of ith row. ठीक है. Now most of you are wrong since option 1 is right. Reason being, let us see. Reason being, what array plus I was giving me? At pointer to ith row? Yes. Or address of ith row? Yes, guys. So let us say this is my ith row. इसके अंदर क्या stored है? What is stored inside it? Array stored है इसके अंदर. Yes, integer तो store नहीं है. अगर integer store होता तो directly value मिल जाती. But array store है. So now from things from 2D to come down to 1D only. Now I get another array. इस चीज को करने से मुझे एक array तो मिला ना. Value of array plus I gives me another array ना. और array क्या होता है? Isn't it a pointer only? Array क्या होता है? Isn't it a pointer only? Array को represent कैसे करते हैं? Base address से represent करते हैं array को. Integer नहीं है, array है. तो एक और array को कैसे represent करते हैं? Array को represent करते हैं, we represent address. So that's why we will actually get the base address now. Base address से तो represent करते हैं. So now this particular thing will give me base address of ith row. Yes. Or you can say pointer to first location of ith row. I am coming to it, Karthik. I am coming to it. Now let us move further forward. See out. Now the thing become interesting. Array of I plus j. अब बताओ मुझे क्या मिलेगा। इससे क्या मिलेगा मुझे? तन्वी थोड़ा बस, यू जस्ट वॉट अ बिट थिंग रॉन्ग। हम्म each and no Roshan, a bit wrong. Yes Yogeshwar, kind of। अच्छा, एड्रेस मिलेगा या वैल्यू मिलेगी, ये बताओ। इज इट, विल इट बी एन एड्रेस और विल इट बी एन इंटीजर? ये बताओ बस। ठीक है। सो कैन आई से दिस वाज गिविंग मी, दिस वाज गिविंग मी द बेस एड्रेस ऑफ द ith रो। ठीक है। सो कैन आई से दिस होल थिंग विल एक्चुअली टेक मी, दिस होल विल थिंग विल एक्चुअली टेक मी टू jth column of ith row, address of jth column of ith row. This was the whole matrix. This was the whole matrix. First I got this row. First I got this base address. Then I reached to this particular address. I have reached to this particular address. Now how can I access the value? Now I want that formula from you guys. How can I access the value? This particular thing is address of this particular location. Tell me how can I extract the value from it? Ayush, that is what is happening. Absolutely right, Ayush. So J into 4 also mean na jth column only. Ayush, every column is of 4 size. Every column is of 4 size. 4 bytes, right? Give me something. Absolutely right, guys. Absolutely right. If I want to extract the value, what should I do? I just should put asterisk here. Address तो मिल गया ना? I should just put asterisk here. Isn't it, guys? So let me write it separately. Cout, asterisk of array plus I plus j. So it will give me array of ij. Oof. Have we reached to our location using pointers? Was it fun? Or it is still hazy in your mind? I am coming to it, Akif, do not worry. I am coming to Akif. So, अब आता है क्वेश्चन का टाइम। ओके, somebody is asking कि सर एग्जांपल चाहिए, एग्जांपल मुझे, हमें एग्जांपल दो। हाँ, काइंड ऑफ मोमो, यू कैन से इट इज अ पॉइंटर ऑफ पॉइंटर। यस, एब्सोल्युटली, इट्स अ पॉइंटर ऑफ पॉइंटर, यू कैन से। डेफिनेटली मोमो, डेफिनेटली। So let us take example 3 का 4 का ही ले लेते हैं। ठीक है, लेट मी जस्ट क्रिएट। अब मैं 2D फैशन में क्रिएट कर लेता हूँ। I'll create it in a 2D fashion only now. Okay, so let us first write the addresses. इसका एड्रेस अगर 400 है तो नेक्स्ट का एड्रेस क्या होगा? क्विकली टेल मी। इट इंटीजर एरे। तन्वी नो, नो, आई वांट द एड्रेस ऑफ दिस। राइट आयुष? नो तन्वी, राइट योगेश्वर, राइट विष्णु। तन्वी थिंक अबाउट इट। राइट ममून। ये सब 4 बाइट्स के हैं यार। इंट एरे 3 3 4, this is of 4 bytes only. It should be 404, isn't it? Yes, Tanvi, right, great. Then it should be 408, then it should be 412, this should be 416, 420, 424, 428, 432, 436, 440, 444. So this was the address. This was the address. Let me quickly write some random values. 12, 2, 4, 8, 6, 10, 9, 2, 64, 22, 25, and 34. Okay, guys. With blue, I have represented address. हाँ राहुल, I'll come to it. You'll get. ठीक है. Okay, I have represented the blue address with blue and the value with green. Okay, now let us go in the same way. Cout ARR. Tell me this. Cout ARR. Whoever even didn't understand the previous thing, just keep on getting me the outputs. You will get to know what we are doing. Okay, ARR is 400. ARR is 400. Can I say this ARR is actually representing this whole particular thing? Can I say this? Rahul, yes. It is not representing this thing only, it is representing the whole row. Okay. Now, give me the output for this. Cout ARR plus 2. Give me the output for this. Even still you are doing mistake, guys. If this ARR is representing whole row and I want to take 2 jumps, so 1 jump, 2 jump. Yes, whoever did it wrong, let me just pick it out. Harshita, is it clear? If ARR represent the whole row, 2 jumps mean next row and next row? Yes? Great. So this actually will be giving me 432. Understood? Now I am giving the examples. Okay? Now asterisk of ARR. Very important. Tanvi right, Rahul wrong. Mamun, just see it like this. What ARR is representing? ARR is whole array. And inside the array, there is another array. We don't care about. We just calculate the side. Okay, inside is what? Inside is an array. Array का size क्या है? 16 bytes. Right? That is why it is jump of 2. हमें ये देखना है कि ये जो pointer है ना, we just need to see कि जो pointer है ना, ये किस चीज का address store कर रहा है? Guys, see, this array is a pointer, I know. And it is storing the address for what? It is storing the address for this whole particular thing. And इसका size कितना है? 16 bytes. तो जो jump होगी ना, वो हर jump 16 bytes की होगी. Okay? Great. Asterisk of ARR, guys. Okay, there are 2 answers coming up, 12 and 400. There are 2 answers coming up, 12 and 400. Now tell me, this ARR was representing this whole row. Okay, this ARR was representing the whole row. Asterisk means, asterisk try to find out what is inside that. Asterisk tries to find out what is inside that. इसके अंदर एक और array ही तो है. It is kind of an array ना. It is kind of an array. So how do we already got the access to this location? We haven't got the access to this location. अभी मुझे first row के array का मुझे access मिला है. Until now, so it is 400. Now it gives the base address of this 1D array inside this row. It gives the base address of this 1D array inside this row. We got the access to the इसके अंदर array की value क्या थी? ARR की value क्या थी? 400. Asterisk of 400. Go to that address and see what is inside it. Go to that address and see what is inside it. Okay, so I went to that address and I saw there is another array inside it. There is another array inside it. An array is nothing but a pointer only. So what will I give? I'll give the base address. So 400. Anybody has any doubt with this thing? Great. Now, as somebody quietly now tell me, asterisk of ARR. Right, Akif? Right, Harsha? Haan. 400 is the answer for previous question. Right. Absolutely right. Roshan again, see it carefully, Roshan. I haven't got the access to this. See, Roshan. Array plus 2. Array plus 2. Array plus 2 will take me to this whole location. This whole. Array plus 2 is taking me to second row. Array plus 2 is taking me to second row. Base is taking to second row. Now I put asterisk. And now I actually went into it and identify कि अभी तक मुझे नहीं पता था. I did not know is it an array or is it an integer. I just knew कि it is something second location. In this case, I just knew this is this. I do not know if there is an array inside or there is an integer inside. Then I got to know there is an array inside. Or array is represented by a base address. And base address is still starting from 432. So that is why answer is 432. Got it, Roshan? If Roshan, if I do again asterisk, then it will actually print the value. You have to see कि जो मेरा पॉइंटर है वो किसको रेफर कर रहा है. वो इंटीजर को रेफर कर रहा है. अगर मैं इंटीजर तक पहुंच गया हूं तो गिव मी ना इंटीजर. अभी तक मैं इंटीजर तक नहीं पहुंचा हूं. मेरे को एक लोकेशन मिली, फिर मैं अंदर गया, मुझे एरे मिला. एरे इज अगेन अ पॉइंटर ओनली. उस पॉइंटर से मैंने दोबारा से एड्रेस उठाया, फिर मैं दोबारा अंदर गया, देन आई गॉट द वैल्यू. More questions coming your way. More questions coming your way. This one. Right, Tanvi? Shreyas, no. No. Right, Prithvijit? No, Mahip. No, Mahip. Right, Karthik? No, Ayush. Hold on, guys. Whoever is not able to get to the answer. What was the value of this? What was the value of this particular thing? 432, right? 432. And it was still an address. It was still an address. Isn't it? It was not an integer. It was not an integer. It was still an address. So this plus doesn't signify the normal plus. This plus doesn't actually mean the normal plus. Now it actually says 2. Jumps of 2. It actually says jumps of 2. Now we should actually get to find out here. Previously jumps of 2 jump means 16 byte ka jump, right? Now but I have reached to the base location of second row. I have already reached to the base location of second row. अब जो jump होगा वो सिर्फ 4 byte का होगा, because now I actually know कि the address for which I am storing now, it is integer. Okay, so the answer would be 440. Answer would be 440. Can I say it is representing second row, second column's address? Second row, second column's address. Second row, second column's address. Can I say this thing? Now if I put asterisk now if I put asterisk, now it will actually give me the value. Now it will actually give me 25. Is this thing clear? आराम से देख लो सारे आउटपुट्स को. Just look it carefully. I am going to ask you 4 questions. I do not want anybody to give wrong answers to those 4 questions. सोच के देना आंसर. Do not hurry कि मुझे बहुत जल्दी आंसर देना है. Do not hurry. Just think about it and then give me the answer. Okay. Just grasp everything. Just grasp everything. हाँ. Yes, Shreyas, yes. Shreyas is asking, sir, what will be the value of this thing? Cout asterisk array. What will be the value of this thing? Is it 12? Yes, it is 12. Yes, it is 12. Right. It is array of 0, 0. Okay. अगर किसी को और कुछ कॉम्बिनेशन लगा के मेरे से कुछ डाउट पूछना तो पूछो. Then I'm going to ask 4 question. And मैं ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा and you have to give me answer like this. Which location we are finding out. Okay. I'll be asking like Cout and then you'll have to tell me like this. Answer should be like this. Christy, which part? Last part as in? Ha, Christy, okay. So erase it and erase it. Okay guys, so what was happening? 2. So Christy, see, what was happening? This array plus 2. This array plus 2, tell me where it will take me. Only array plus 2. ARR plus 2. Where should it take me? No, just what it represent. Do not tell me the exact address. What it represent. Does it represent a byte, 4 byte or 16 bytes? Does it represent the whole row? Right. So this ARR plus 2 currently is representing this whole row. Okay, Christy? Okay. Now, as soon as I put a star, I asked कि okay, इस second row के अंदर क्या है? What is inside it? And then you suddenly tell me, sir, there is an array. Sir, there is an array. If it was an integer, it would have given me the value of integer. What is value of array? Array की क्या value होती है? What I am asking, what is the value at array plus 2? Isn't it, Christy? Yes. If it was, let's say a 1D array of integers, okay? If it was an array of integers, Christy, so this thing was ARR plus 2. Ha, Christy, right. This thing was ARR plus 2, guys. If it was 1D array of integers, what we talked? Array plus 2 will take me to this particular location. Okay. And as soon as I put asterisk, it will actually check what is the value inside it. तो तब तो मुझे मिल गया इंटीजर और इंटीजर की वैल्यू मैंने दे दी. अब जब मैंने पूछा ना कि इसके अंदर क्या है, व्हाट इज इनसाइड इट देयर इज एन एरे. एरे की वैल्यू क्या होती है? इंटीजर की तो वैल्यू होती है. आई अंडरस्टैंड देयर इज अ वैल्यू टू इंटीजर, बट व्हाट इज द वैल्यू टू एन एरे? Array is represented by the base address. So I will actually get, using this particular thing, I will actually get the base address of this particular row. Yes, Christy? Still I am not getting an integer. I am still getting a hexadecimal value. Now what I did, plus 2. Christy, plus 2. Previously, when I did plus 2, it took jumps of 16. Bytes. Why? Because this ARR, this address was actually representing this whole row, whole 16 bytes. Yes, Christy? But now this address is actually just representing a single array की एक single location को. Yes, base location को. जब मैं एक एरे लेता हूं, एक 1D एरे लेता हूं, when I take a 1D array and when I take a 1D array, this ARR only just give me access to this particular location, na? If I want to get to access of this particular location, I have to write array plus 1, right? In the similar way, previously what was happening, I'll try to explain it this way कि देखो, ये मेरे पास 3 का था, ठीक है, ये मेरे पास 3 था, दिस वाज एरे, अभी तक ये 3 था, ठीक है, दिस एरे ARR was actually representing this, तो ये था 16 बाइट्स का, ये था 16 बाइट्स का, ये था 16 बाइट्स का, ठीक है, यस, गिव मी yeses, yes. अब now currently this was representing this. As soon as I did array plus 2, okay, from this I moved to here. अब मैं इस 16 बाइट के पास हूं, अभी मैं 16 बाइट के पास हूं, ठीक है. Now what I did, I put an asterisk. I put an asterisk. Look into it. Look into it. Okay. I looked inside it and I found a single 1D array. And I found a single 1D array of 4 bytes. ठीक है. अब इसको निकाल के ले आते हैं बाहर. इसको बाहर निकाल के ले आते हैं. अब asterisk of ARR plus 2 is actually representing only this base address, and this is of how many bytes? 4 bytes. 4 bytes, 4 bytes, 4 bytes. Array plus 2 was representing this whole. As soon as I put a star, it get me this array. It got me this array. And array is represented by a space address. तो ये जो स्टार एस्ट्रिक स्टार एरे प्लस 2 है, इट इज जस्ट रिप्रेजेंटिंग दिस. अब अगर मैं +1 लिखूंगा तो ये 16 बाइट की जंप लेगा या 4 बाइट की, क्योंकि ये एरे प्लस 2 सिर्फ इसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, तो 4 बाइट की जंप लेगा ना, isn't it? It will take the jumps of 4 byte only, not 16 bytes now. Yes, ये clear है. Is this thing clear, Christy? Right? So if I write array plus 2, it will take the jump and it will reach here. It will reach here. So it is what? It is the location array 2 2, array 2 comma 2. Second row, second column, second row का second column. But until now we haven't got the value. With this we have got the address of this. क्योंकि ये एक address था, we added something into it, we'll get the address only. We got the address to this. How we get the value? Just put asterisk. Is it clear now, Christy? Is it clear to everybody now? Yes? Shall I write some problems, questions? हाँ Karthik, kind of, but there cannot be a pointer pointing to whole 2D array. It's quite tough. Okay, now the questions time. You need to give me answer in the form of array ij. Okay guys, you need to give me, think about it, relax a bit and then tell me. Tell me. Right Harsha, right Vishnu, right Tanvi, right Ayush. ध्यान से देखो, ध्यान से, and then give me the answer. Just look it carefully. Try to analyze it. Right Yogeshwar. Right Shrest. No Roshan. Why you deducted one? You were going absolutely right Roshan, but one क्यों डिडक्ट कर दिया? Right Mamoon. हाँ तो जब 0 से शुरू हो रहा है तो 0 is represented by this, 1 is represented by this, 2 is represented by this. Most of you or every one of you actually got to the answer. Shall I tell the answer or someone is still trying? Shall I tell the answer or someone is still trying? I'm asking again. No, lock कर दिया जाए. Yes, कंप्यूटर जी, क्वेश्चन आंसर को लॉक कर दिया जाए. आंसर इज yes. If somebody reached to this answer, very good. Shrest missed. Shrest, check it again. Right, Tanvi, right. Vishnu, right. Roshan, right. Ayush. Shrest, check it again. Right, Rahul. Right, Shrest. Right, Harsha. Right, Prithvijit. Christy, can you tell me the answer? Yes, Mahip. Right, Karthik. No, Harshita. No. Think it. Think, Christy. Think. There are no wrong answers, guys. Actually, मतलब आंसर कभी गलत नहीं होता. You learn from wrong answers, right? Just like there are no stupid questions. Harshita, थोड़ा सा गलत, थोड़ा सा. A bit of mistake. You found out the row right, but जो column है वो गलत है. These four questions and then we'll end the class. Right, Gurleen? Right, Sarah? Christy, shall I explain? हाँ, right, Yogeshwar. Harshita, still very where I actually wrote the column, Harshita. Did I whatever value give you to the column? Did I write it somewhere? No, na. Then what if I haven't write any value of column? What should it be? Right. Christy, thinking or shall I explain? Ha, Christy, right. Absolutely right. I'll explain this one. So the answer is array of 30. How? How? ARR plus 3. What it represent? First of all, we got it represent third row. It represent third row. Asterisk gave me the base address of third row. This asterisk gave me the base address of third row. I got the base address of third row until now. Okay? Now there is again an asterisk. So base address matlab what? Zeroth column, na? If it is base address, it is zeroth column. This asterisk will actually get me the value of zeroth column. Agar it is not, isn't it like this? Plus 0. Isn't it like this? Yes, guys. Isn't it like this? Great. Two more questions to go. Just two more. Carefully. Shrest. Right. Right, Harsha. Right, Vishnu. Right, Tanvi. See, where are brackets? Where are not brackets? Mamoon, no. Mamoon, from where this row came? The row number. Right, Roshan. Right, Akib. Right. Wrong, Sarah. A bit wrong. Yogeshwar. Yogeshwar, you need to tell me the row and the column also. Harshita, no. From where the row number came, Harshita? Right, Rahul? No, Yogeshwar. Right, Shrestha. Right, Mahip. Christy, Gurleen, you both are remaining. You haven't given me any answer. एक क्वेश्चन बचा है बस इसके बाद, सो अगर कोई थक रहा है तो नो गुरलीन. फ्रॉम वेयर डिड रो नंबर केम, गुरलीन? हैव आई रिटन इट समवेयर? एंड द कॉलम नंबर इज आल्सो रॉन्ग. राइट, पृथ्वीजीत? वेरी नाइस, पृथ्वीजीत. हाँ हाँ योगेश्वर, गिव मी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लाइक दिस. गिव मी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ दिस. नो अर्शदीप, नो. See the brackets and see the asterisk. Where, with which thing asterisk is and where the brackets are. See guys, see. Asterisk ARR. Before ARR plus 2, asterisk ARR is calculated. Now give me the answers who are Christy and Gurleen. Christy, I think you have written it. मतलब miss कोई typo तो नहीं हो गया ना? 14, why 14? Karthik, right? Yogeshwar, right? Now see, let me tell you the answer. Gurleen, are you going to give anything, Gurleen? Any thought on this? Okay, see. break करते हैं, ठीक है? First of all, asterisk ARR. First of all, asterisk ARR. Tell me what it represents. Right. Okay. What it represents? Does it represent zeroth row? Yes. Yes, Christy. Yes, Gurleen. Tell me this thing. ब्रेक करते हैं, धीरे धीरे ब्रेक करते हैं, ठीक है? एस्ट्रिक, व्हाट इट रिप्रेजेंट? जीरोथ रो का बेस एड्रेस पे आ गए. अब हम अंदर आ गए एरे के. यस, हैव वी डिसाइडेड द रो? जीरोथ रो. ओके, अब जीरोथ रो के हम मेन एरे पे आ चुके हैं. अब हमारा एरे 1D बचा है. अब हमारा एरे 1D बचा है. दिस इज द बेस एड्रेस ऑफ दैट 1D एरे इनसाइड द एरे, राइट? नाउ आई डिड +2. तो कितने का जंप लेगा वो? राइट, श्रेष्ठ. कितने का जंप लेना चाहिए उसे? रो हैज बीन डिसाइडेड. What happened? This was my whole array. Inside it, there was another array. Ha, right, Christy. Right. With ARR, I represent this. But as soon as I did asterisk ARR, I actually represented this. Right, Gurleen? Right, everyone? No third row, Gurleen. No third row. See, there was this big array, and inside it, there was this small array. ठीक है? Initially, my ARR represented this thing. ठीक है? अभी तक ठीक है? As soon as I did asterisk ARR, it moved inside and it started representing this thing. ठीक है? Fine. आकिफ, I don't. हाँ, brackets में थोड़ा difference होता है. Bracket has a very much importance, Akif, if you're trying to ask that. ठीक है? Now if I do +2, I will move within this now, since I have moved in that. So how many locations should I move? 2 locations. So will I reach here? Will I reach here? And as soon as I put another asterisk, it will give me the value. Yeah, Akif, actually both the things are same. Whatever you are writing, both the things are same. I am not able to understand what's the difference you are pointing out. Acha, where it is not printing. No, if you are asking asterisk ARR and ARR, these two things na will print exactly same thing. They will print the base address, but logically they are different. Guys, do you understand this thing? ये जो दोनों चीजें है ना, ये सेम चीज प्रिंट करेंगे exactly, but logically they are the same. This thing is storing the address of an to an array. This particular thing is actually pointing to an array. This particular thing is actually pointing to the first integer. ये एक array का एड्रेस स्टोर कर रहा है, ये एक array को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है. Christy understood how we actually reach to array of 0, 2? This is the answer. Great. Now the last question. धीरे धीरे सोच के ध्यान से आंसर देना, ठीक है? Think about it and then give the answer. Shrest, where your 9 is? Where's 9? Right, Vishnu? हाँ, right, Harsha. Right, Rahul. Right, Roshan. You know why I'm angry, Roshan? Hi, it's fine, yeah, it's fine. Don't see the answer of Roshan's, guys, please. Right, Tanvi. Try to reach the answer yourself. Right, Shrest. Sarah, no, Sarah, no, 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 no. Right, Ayush. Sarah, see it carefully, see it carefully. This is the last question. Right, Mahip? Yeah, right, Yogeshwar. महीप कह रहे हैं आंसर देख के बताया सर. वो मतलब सत्यवती हरिश्चंद्र, राइट? हाँ, पृथ्वीजीत, लेट मी सर्च योर आंसर. Where your answer is? Prithyajit, you haven't given any answer यार. So guys, बस ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन समझ लो फिर जाओ, ठीक है? एरे प्लस 5, एरे प्लस 5, सिर्फ एरे प्लस 5 बताओ. फिफ्थ रो, फिफ्थ रो. नहीं पृथ्वीजीत, अंडरस्टैंड दिस व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग. फिफ्थ रो, एस्ट्रिक ऑफ फिफ्थ रो, बेस एड्रेस ऑफ फिफ्थ रो, 2D 1D एरे के अंदर आ चुके हैं. फिफ्थ रो के अंदर जो है, फिफ्थ मेमोरी लोकेशन में जो एरे पड़ा था उसका एक्सेस मिल गया हमको. हैव वी गॉट द एक्सेस ऑफ द एरे व्हिच वाज प्रेजेंट इन द फिफ्थ पोजीशन? And asterisk again on this particular thing, asterisk again on this particular thing. So can I say it? This thing is, see, we did this array asterisk asterisk array plus 3. जब हमने ये किया था तो कहां थे हम? तो जब हमने ये किया है तो हम कहां रहेंगे? +9. Whoever doesn't understand this can stay in the class. Doubt session has been started. Okay. Keep a tab. हाँ, poll, guys. Poll. Just a second, guys. Timings poll. हाँ Tanvi, 3D array, any type of array can be created. Poll, guys, response on poll. अच्छा, अब ये बताओ, 6 to 8 has won the majority. 6 to 8 has won the majority. Anybody who says, हाँ, all were PM, all were PM, all were PM. Anybody who says सर 6 to 8 बिल्कुल भी नहीं. Anybody who says कि बिल्कुल ही अपोजिट है 6 to 8 के, कि नहीं सर ये तो हो ही नहीं पाएगा. श्रेष्ठ इज सेइंग 6 to 8. नहीं हो पाएगा श्रेष्ठ. अच्छा. श्रेष्ठ, कैन यू मैनेज? Yes, contest is tomorrow. Contest is tomorrow. You do not need to register, guys. You just reach to your dashboard only, and I'll just put it either tomorrow morning only. ठीक है, अभी problems I just need to add. Contest will be on arrays, strings, and pointer का एक दो MCQ. Shresh, where you are going? Prithvijit, yes. First of all, get me access. First of all, ping me on Scalar chat. Then please call me. अच्छा ठीक है यार, एक और ऑप्शन आया है. लेट अस डू अगेन पोल. अब उस पे देख लेते हैं. एक लास्ट पोल कर लेते हैं. 6 to 8 फिक्स कर दे फिर. 6 to 8 फिक्स कर दे. चलो ठीक है, 6 to 8 होगा कॉन्टेस्ट. यू कैन गेट द लिंक ऑफ द कॉन्टेस्ट ऑन योर डैशबोर्ड ओनली. ओके. ठीक है, 6 to 8 को लॉक कर दिया गया है. डैशबोर्ड पे लिंक मिलेगी. कल कॉन्टेस्ट होगा एरे स्ट्रिंग्स पॉइंटर्स. ठीक है. प्रिपेयर क्या यार भाई. यू हैव अटेंडेड द क्लास, यू हैव सोल्व द असाइनमेंट प्रॉब्लम्स. यू डू नॉट नीड टू प्रिपेयर स्पेसिफिकली फॉर इट. Okay, and from Monday onwards, you know now what you all have to do before 3rd of March, where we have to reach. हाँ, great. If somebody cannot attempt the contest, do give it a try after that. Okay. और मंडे से दो प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए चैट पे एक्टिव रहना है सबको. जो दो प्रॉब्लम इफ यू हैव डन, गिव मी अ +1, अदरवाइज नॉट. ओके. एंड इफ समबडी फील्स ना, अगर किसी को ओके, इफ समबडी फील्स कि सर ये वाला पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, लेट्स से कि वेक्टर, या ये वेक्टर ऑफ वेक्टर डिस्कस कर लो या ऐसा कुछ, तो वो पिंग कर देना मेरे को. सैटरडे को एक डाउट सेशन ले लूंगा. ठीक है. उस डाउट सेशन के अंदर प्रॉब्लम्स जो 12 to 14 प्रॉब्लम्स में वीक में पोस्ट करूंगा, उनके डाउट्स प्लस वो स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक. अगर कोई कहता है कि सर ये छोटा टॉपिक समझ में नहीं आया मेरे को, इसको एक बार रिपीट कर देना. इज इट फाइन गाइस? But before 3rd March, on 3rd March, when I'm going to meet you, you all should have a PSP greater than 90. कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है ना, दिन को रात को, जस्ट पिंग मी ऑन स्केलर चैट. ठीक है. अब डाउट्स बताओ, किसको डाउट्स है? कोई भी डाउट, स्ट्रिंग में डाउट हो या कोई भी डाउट हो. Arshdeep, ping me on Scalar chat, yeah. Do not just spam it on, my personal WhatsApp. You can share it on WhatsApp group, but don't spam my personal WhatsApp. I'll come to it, Akif. हाँ. Placement of brackets is very important. If you are not coming into doubt session, you will meet me on March 3 only. If you are coming in doubt session, you will be meeting me every Saturday. Why? ट्रेन की आवाज आती है क्या श्रेष्ठ? हाँ, my home is near railway station. Does it affect too much? हाँ, then it's fine. If it affects, then I'll try to have some, sound barriers between it. If it is fine, if you can tolerate a train going away, then it's fine. If you think no sir, it is not tolerable, do tell me. Mahi, whatever you can solve ना solve. अगर file handling के question है ना, either you can go on to the Google and try to find out what they are doing. ठीक है? If you think no, I cannot just do it, ping me. Maybe I can refer to a resource. ठीक है? Otherwise, just leave it. If you cannot solve it, do not cheat, but leave it. Okay? Do not cheat, but nobody would cheat. अच्छा, अब एक क्वेश्चन था किसी का, सर व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस एंड दिस? Yogeshwar is a optional class यार, it's a very optional class, just a doubt class. I am not going to discuss anything new. अगर कोई डाउट है तो आ जाना, अगर कोई भी बच्चा नहीं आएगा तो मैं छोड़ दूंगा. Timings, I'll think about the timings. I'll ask you on the scalar chat. Be active on scalar chat. Timings मैं पूछ लूंगा, ठीक है, scalar chat पे. So currently there is no difference. Currently there is no difference. There is something called precedence of operator. Precedence of operators. Just like we have a board mass rule, right? If you remember board mass. Remember board mass? Division first, multiplication, then addition, then subtraction. Yes. So if I get the precedence, na, bracket as highest precedence, then we have this, then asterisk pointer wala, then we have plus, minus. This is the precedence. हाँ, dereferencing, right? ठीक है? Now you understood. इसमें और इसमें कोई फर्क नहीं है, बट इसमें और इसमें है. एस्ट्रिक एरे प्लस जे, इसमें और इसमें डिफरेंस है. These two are different statements. Any more doubts? Which question, Tanvi? Which question? Do let me know which question has a problem. I'll check it myself. Remove last occurrence. Let me just note it. Okay, I'll check it and I'll tell you. I'll be available every Saturday, Ashdeep, until 3rd March. Don't worry. I'll tell you the timings of the class. हाँ, somebody said अब वो आ जाओ, मतलब public chat में आ जाओ. अब nobody is putting an answer. Public chat में आ जाओ, and then Ashdeep, somebody has already told me remove last occurrence has some error. Are you specifying any different question or the same question? Somebody is saying remove last occurrence as an error. किसी और प्रॉब्लम में भी एरर है क्या? हाँ, check and let me know on Scalar chat. Any more doubts? Any more doubts, guys? चलो फिर लास्ट occurrence of word, ठीक है. चलो guys then. Bye bye. Take care. अच्छा last occurrence of word only. ठीक है. Take care. हाँ, India will bat well, yeah. Don't worry about it. And whoever is not coming in the doubt session, I'll meet you after 3 weeks. Otherwise, enjoy the development classes. If you have any problem regarding development classes, also do ping me. Okay? And give the contest tomorrow. Yeah. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.